Hello, my name is Holly Rose, and I'm doing a project for a learning group I'm involved with called Toastmasters International. It's about effective public speaking, and if you have interest in that, I highly encourage you to look up Toastmasters. Perhaps I'll put the link below. My project is instructing on the internet, and I thought long and hard about what can I instruct people to do on the internet. And the other day, while looking through YouTube, I saw a great lot of videos about how to write a journal entry. I've been a diarist since I learned to write. There are so many different ways people term diaries or journals or notebooks, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Journal comes from the root word journey. Diary comes from the root word dia or day. So it's all about your daily journey. And if you want to learn to write in a manner that I generally call life writing, it's actually pretty easy. Although I get the idea that many people don't know where to start. First off, you need a book. I'm not particularly attached to any book, any sort of book. Some of them are spiral bound books that I write in. Can you see the writing? Some of them are hardbound books. Some of my books are softbound books. I use fancy leather books sometimes. And sometimes I use teeny tiny books. Perhaps when I'm traveling, I find that they're easier to keep in a little tiny purse and have handy. This is a most recent one I used because I was traveling and it was tiny. So anyway, if you want to learn to write about your life, find a book that appeals to you. Pretty colors, nice feel, whatever. Find a pen that works. If it matters to you that the pen be smooth or thin or medium, find the right pen. That's all. Sit down, and where do you start? Generally, a good place to start is writing the date. Once you have the date down, it begins to be a record of your life, and that is the point of most people keeping a journal. A record of their lives, or a record of a time in their lives, or a thing they're going through. So you've written the date. Where do you start? Start anywhere, but I'll give you some hints. And if you'd like, you can use these as you're writing. Just pause the video after each suggestion I give you and write some of that. And when you need the next suggestion, come back. So here you are. You're sitting, you've got your pen, you've got your notebook. Why not write what's around you? Start with, I'm sitting in the living room. I'm sitting outside on the patio. Say where you are. Say what it looks like. Say what you see, what appeals to you, and maybe what kind of mood you're in. So go ahead and start there. Pause the video. I'll be here when you get back. Okay, that's just silly, but maybe it'll help. The next thing you could write about is what happened yesterday? What happened last week? Just to give some context on your life. Did you go out to dinner with friends? Did you do nothing? Did you binge watch a TV show? Did you do a home improvement project? Did you drive somewhere? Did you visit someone? Whatever you did in the past week, however mundane it might seem, write that down. Pause it and come back. The next thing you might want to write about is, what are your hopes and dreams? I know that sounds huge. All right, let's break it down a little. What do you want to do in the next week? What do you have to do in the next week? How do you feel about what you have to do? Are you looking forward to it? Can you frame it in your mind as, I get to do this? Or is it, I have to do this? So go ahead and write about what's coming up in your world. Pause it if you need to. Next, you could write about your big dreams. I always joke, I'm certainly not ungrown up, but I always joke, what do I want to be when I grow up? And it's a question I straight up ask myself sometimes in my journals. I'll say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And I just let the words come to me of whatever it is I imagine or dream about. I want to travel someday. I want to get rid of all my stuff. Those are two of the things that are currently on my radar. So there's some ideas for how you can start with a journal entry on any given day. You can also write a list of the people you care about. Why not do that? Or the people in my family. Or here are my friends. Write a list, my friend Sue. This is what Sue is like. And if you continue to do that, if you write a little bit today, maybe you write half a page, maybe you write 3 pages. And then tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, because it certainly doesn't have to be daily, you go and you pick up that same book again. Maybe a different pen, maybe the same pen, and do it again. Write where you are. Write what you think. Write what happened the other day. Write what's coming up in your life. Write about the people or the pets in your life. Write about your job and what you do or don't like about it. And soon, if you do this every 2 or 3 days or every day or once a week, you will begin building what will be a record of your life. It'll be something you can show grandkids. It can be something maybe historically someone will care about someday, depending on the lives you're living. But whatever it is, it matters to you. This is your story. You are important, and you should write. If you have the inclination and you want to, just pick up a pen, write the date, and start. Thank you. And if you enjoyed this, please put a comment below. Thank you and happy journaling. Oh, I hate that word. Anyway, life writing. Happy life writing.